you can see him has been doing lots of medical assistance there. Whereas here you can see that Sister Chu Wei in Africa as well, and she is this is the video of that the Buddha Day ceremony. So she is at the ladies' meet. Yeah. So today we can see Sister Chu Yu. So, but Sister Chui also say that it's not just them. We are there to help, but we must also lead the local volunteers to go out to help. So, you can see that there is a lot of local volunteers there to help. So it is important, according to Sister Chui, that we have to really transform we got to really lead the local volunteers to do the work, because Sister Chui said one day our Chinese will leave the place, so we need to pass on our teachings, our inheritance to the local volunteers, because the more experienced ones will bring in new volunteers, and volunteers will lead other volunteers. It is important to have the local volunteers because they can lead the local volunteers faster. Local people help local people. They can understand the sentence much better than us, of course, so they can pass on the teachings and lead the volunteering work in the African region. So we must pass on our teachings and our Tzu Chi work to them. So now let's just all go to South Africa together to hear their sharing, and we like to be with you because you have the positive energy. Hi, Sister Chu, how are you? Yeah, Chu, you can turn on your unmute and then turn on the volume. Sister Chu, can you turn on your microphone because we can't quite hear you? Can you hear us so you can start listening to your sharing? Yeah. Beloved masters, bodhisattvas, everyone's good. I'm very grateful today have the opportunity to share with everyone today. To share our stories, volunteering at the Ladies' Smith. In Ladies' Smith, we are quite far. We have 350 kilometers away from the from South Africa there. So it was in 1994 when Tzu Chi was at the start of Ladies' Smith. That's how Tzu Chi starts in Ladies' Smith. I remember at that time we were doing a distribution, local distribution. Yeah. So at that time, I still remember that that's when we start carrying out our distribution in Ladies' Smith. And at that time, I thought like, oh, I wish that this myself, this little school can start contributing and do Tzu Chi work, and just by learning by doing so, I was so happy. At that time, we had brother Lin, her, and brother Fang, and share together. And I'm grateful to have such a platform at that time for me to volunteer to do Tzu Chi work. At the time, we don't even have a center, and there's for these local people there's no place for them to study, so we just educate them and doing under the tree that we have everyone there sit together to learn to know about Tzu Chi work. So at that time, of course, we also have lots of many different challenges. with the passing of time, the economic depression and security, and also with the condition situation in the African region, our brothers are all many of them went back to their hometown. So brother shares this one of our first Tzu Chi, our biggest Dharma protector, also ended up moving to Joburg. So the Chinese volunteers, they are getting lesser and lesser. So we are very relieved when we see our local volunteers here continue to will do the surgery work and the ladies' myth, because of the lack of Chinese volunteers. So we share with you how these local volunteers help their own residents in the community, how to share masters Tzu Chi spirit with the local residents. So this is in Ladysmith. There, this is the at the Blue Causeway here, the community point of contact. And the land there was donated by the local chief and was built by the help of Tzu Chi people. So this is about 20 kilometers away from the urban area, and we have brother, and we're lucky to have brother Fang and the home sister, fellow practitioners, went to their hometown there and help. So these volunteers at Ladysmith, they use this land to grow vegetables, and that community has no water and only rely on the rainwater store when it rains. On the water trucks there, or the municipal water truck that comes along to get the water to water the vegetables. So, and the vegetable garden, this is where you can see they pick up the vegetables, pick up the water to water the vegetables. So this is Mavis, the local volunteer. The husband had a stroke. They live in a very poor condition and was sent to hospital several times by ambulance. At the event here, we can see that the community have time. They just even though they went to help, they also have time to arrange bamboo bank tubes and for our New Year the Buddha bathing ceremony. Even though they were actually have sick themselves, but this one, take this Gogo for example, is another one who lives alone and needs to go to the health center, a service center for community for testing and but still we went in to help. So for this one, the son of this our member Mida passed away, and for you can see, like for her, the white hair person sending off a black hair person is really the sad things in life. But hearing the boundless blessing of great love, Mida, knowing that volunteers care and all that, Mida actually burst into tears that volunteers went to care for her. So we asked her to take good care of herself, and we'll always be there for each other forever. So she's very touched. And this is another one that, as you can see, the classroom that Tzu Chi people helped build in the early days this classroom were relatively simple and only had a ceiling. There are no partition whatsoever. So this the daughter of that our volunteer Mavis there helps outburst with the questionnaire because it's just on the local volunteers help, and the suppliers who provide materials to us also do not take on include their wages, because originally like 200 South African dollars per person to do the work. The volunteers share that because it's a charity doing building the classrooms. And it's a non-profit making organization. They also want to help. So the 4 workers reduce their wages by 100 a day. So as part of the wages, volunteers work together, and this with Tzu Chi's points of cares, and we can see that volunteers from Ladies May offer this is offer help to the community. So Chinese New Year prayers and Buddha bathing are also and all these activities of environmental protection, soup kitchen, and so on to the community is all is being practiced, and they carry out all the work. And they even there's also so all these activities, because of their love of their community, they actually do help the communities. So very grateful that we have our center later on, and then we can use this the center to help to use the center actively to for our volunteers. So that really grateful to master teachings. So like when during the pandemic, when the main office send the stinky herbal tea and so on during the pandemic, so I was really grateful. So this one during the pandemic, the volunteers at Ladies May continue to improve, even though to do the work, and we are grateful to the masters, during the pandemic, caring for the health of everyone. When making different offerings, I'd like to thank them for their long commitment to our Tzu Chi. So you can see the sister beauty. She is really very when do Tzu Chi work, really do with very diligent, and we do with lots of dharma joy. She is very grateful to Tzu Chi and masters for the affinity so that she can contribute. So she says she is the most blessed person. So so she can help needy people and those who are sick and those who are short of food. Even though it's on her 80th birthday, she said that even if the impermanence of tomorrow takes away, she has no regrets in this life, and she is very grateful to masters and Tzu Chi. And she promotes a lot of charitable work in the area. So she says as those obtain master's dharma are the most blessed people. She shed tears of gratitude. So in this Lady Smith in February, there is some serious problem. Many local houses that makes of those soft bricks couldn't withstand the climate change and collapse. So thanks to the support of the Tzu Chi branch, Brother Wang and Sister Yuxia, all the Bodhisattva came to help the 350-kilometer road down to consolidate all the local Bodhisattva to come together to do the more depth home visits. So you see this woman holding a child in hands, facing the roof leaking, the wall crack. You can see how it's so overwhelmed to see the volunteer. See how she pulled the help to stop the leak. So volunteers give guidance and care and show them how they can overcome this collapsed house, how to fix it. So this is another house collapsed, leaving nothing but just plastic roof for shelter, and there's no sense of security, you can see. And volunteers, our Tzu Chi volunteers went in to teach them how to fix the roof. So So for the elderly living alone, the house has collapsed and there's no place to live in. An impermanent disaster. It's really very touching, very speechless, because it is very sad to see them living in this sort of conditioned environment. The local government provides a bailout for the temporary home, whereas Tzu Chi Volunteers, what we give is lots of love. You can see that this is another this tent here. This is really only a solve a temporary life problems. The government gives the temporary tent, but we must continue. We give lots of love for them to continue caring for them. So everything we do in the local is actually a lot of learning for ourselves. So we believe everyone must work together, connect together, work in harmony. Then only we have the strength to continue on doing Tzu work, because we need to combine our strength together. We must and how to improve turn around Africa. We really have to improve the quality of care there. So our power is limited. We can help everyone's strength and material resources are combined to achieve this goal, reach to help the needy. So now we have Brother Yiwei. So good afternoon. I'm Brother Yiwei. Grateful to have the opportunity to share. Here, so here we want to share with you the area that we went in to help is called the Tambisa. So in Tambisa, this area, here we like to share about this Lord Piri, how this person, she is from Zimbabwe and went to South Africa to find a job later, and she found a work in South Africa, and she worked as a manager of a catering company, and used her spare time to learn how to take care of sick and elderly person, and earn a second income by doing part-time jobs so that she can send money back to Zimbabwe to take care of the family. But at that time in 2017, due to health problems, her life changed. And she ended up getting this the sickness called the cerebral neuropathy, and so which led her to completely lose the sensation of her chairs, and then she lost her job, and then her life became very difficult and faced many challenges. Taking care of herself, even walking, she can barely support the crutches with both hands, and can only move very slowly. It's a challenging time for her. So originally such a cheerful and positive person, she fell into poverty and helplessness due to illness. Facing the uncertainty of life, she almost want to commit suicide. Fortunately, she met our Tzu Chi volunteer, and she said that the Tzu Chi volunteer really rewrite the story of her life, change her life. So that on the day she really couldn't continue living anymore, and really want to end her own life. Yeah. So meeting our sister, this volunteer, she suddenly felt that her mind flashed across her mind that this children that she met in the morning seemed to be really change her life, beckoning her. It ignite this like a silver hope in her life again. Affected by the strong emotions of despair and hope, she was at war with herself, with heaven and earth, and could not sleep all night. But it was but it finally drawn to Rosie, that Rosie decided to give herself another chance in life, after meeting our Tzu Chi volunteer, and she came to this exercise room that we have in the Tempisa community. So when it's very warm. So Yeah, so she said because of the care of the our volunteers, so she felt that that is that really changed her life. And here, like our sister senior sister Chiming, that Salamina gave her a big hug, and with such enthusiasm, Rosie can felt that as though she was back to her mother's arm. Her her heart was very warm and tears rolled out down on her face. And with the help of the volunteers, she and other patients did rehabilitation related exercise and improve her life. So in December 2019, Tzu Chi Medical Association went to the countryside, and Dr. Wen met Roses and looked into her medical records and felt that her peripheral neuropathy could be cured after 2 years as long as she took high concentration of vitamin B combined with proper exercise and diet. There'll be a lot of there's a lot of for her room for her to improve. And after half a year of treatment, Rosie's mobility improved significantly after she found that she could do some simple household chores. Besides taking care of herself, she would also volunteer to help others, do dishes and wash. Every time she went to the exercise room to do rehabilitation herself, she also went to help others as well. So our sister Chiming, our volunteer who care for her, was really pleased.
在这边摔倒非常多次，那他都会坚持说他自己就是要克服。像你看他摔倒之后，他很快就可以站起来。
Because of the spirit of the inside the exercise room where everyone help each other, she not only there to do exercise but to help other patients as well. Also make patients change their minds, change their thinking, because she is living proof herself. She being sick, and now she can slowly mobile herself. So from being being a palms up recipient to becoming palm down volunteers is where there's what happening in the sports room. Yeah, so Tzu often encourages patients and also other volunteers to do good work. She feels that as long as patient has a heart to help others, even if pour a glass of water for someone, is also a help to others. It is so this is a way that you can contribute back and do good work. And even the pouring glass of water to somebody can cheer someone up, give someone a smile. Even for a moment, the patient can become a bodhisattva and give and do good work to others. So at the end of so we're really grateful to
然后了解他的状况之后，就决定要去幼稚园。
So we are very grateful to Tzu Chi Volunteers here. At the end of 2020, Rosie went to the kindergarten to pick up the neighbors' children as she was doing helping doing volunteer work. The principal at the kindergarten, Dudu, suddenly talk to her in private and say, after learning about the story of Rosie, the principal say there's this 1 year full-time job will start in 2021. Will you would like to come to the kindergarten to work? So Rosie was so flattered by the sudden opportunity that she couldn't believe it. She said in that community, with the high unemployment rate, no one have jobs and all that, and with a not able body, and then she could actually thought that she would never get a job because she's still walking slowly with the crutches. She asked herself, how lucky am I, how blessed am I to get this job, with my condition. The head of the kindergarten said that she has observed Rosie for a long time, and although she needs to use crutches to pick up and drop off the child, she is very caring for the children. At the same time, she said she was deeply moved by Rosie's strength and perseverance, so she wanted to give her the opportunity. So God helps to them. God helps those who really help themselves. So this is really, really touched. So in 2021, Rosie
成为
went to
守护
work
这
in
个
the
社群的
kindergarten
菩
during the
萨。
day with a little
以上就是我的
even
报
more
告，
stable
感
income, and
恩。
in a spare time she will go to the sports room there, the exercise rehabilitation
非
room, to
常
help
感
out.
恩哈。
Along
那
the
同
way
时，
she
哎，
will
秋月
work
师
harder
姐，
to be more
麻烦立伟你
self-reliant,
把
and
她简报
everyone
说
is
掉。
very
然后
moved
秋
by
月
her
师姐，
spirit,
您
so
还
give
在
her
线上
the
吗？
more opportunity
刚
to
才
work.
忘了说您
So Rosie
您
not only
的
increased her
对，
income, but
那您
also
视频也打开
increased
哈，
the
我们
power
同步
of
都已经在线上，
self-affirmation.
我们
So
好
she
加
is
看。
constantly
真
urges
的来讲，
herself to
现在的时
exercise
间应
more
该
and
是凌
improve her
晨
health in order
4、
to be
5
able
点
to
的
help
时
more
间，对不
others.
对？
This is a positive cycle
对
leading her
对
deep
哈，4点，对，所
in
以
the
你们
heart,
应该
which makes
4
her
点半，所以从
feel
2点半
there's
到
a
现在
full
真的
of
很不
life
容
hope.
易哈。那我
So
们这
after
边
2
的
years of
锦淑
treatment,
师
Rosie
姐
is
就马
now
上说，感恩一伟师兄，现
with the
在使孩
constant
子
efforts
把
of
爱
self,
种进
she's
非洲
almost
大陆，
healed.
把苦
And
乐
after
救
recovering,
就在
Rosie now
于
devotes
你
herself
选一念。
wholeheartedly to
还
surgery,
有会员的
to
延
do
长，感恩
surgery
慈济
work
人医会
surgery
救人一命
volunteers.
胜造
So
1000疾的一个
I'm very
佛陀
grateful
哈。
to
那我们
thank
的
you
彭世
for
国在桃
the
园，
opportunity
他
to
说真诚
share
有爱在南非
the
手，心
here.
向好就翻转
So
人生了
we
哈。那锦
so
淑还是有秋月
this
师
is
姐在南非
a
承先
feedback
启
from
后，
our
深耕
Pang
菩提种
brother
铁，将
Pan
慈济
from
大爱在
Taoyuan.
边地国
So
际
very
涌出，
grateful to
本土
thank you
菩萨
to
林立，遍洒大
to
爱。
to
然
Sister
后
Chiu Yi,
世
and
新的
then
他说欧洲家
Brother
人的上
Yu
线
Wei
真的很佩
help
服，我也要
leading
开始
the
接受
the
挑
local
战，包括
volunteers
南非的家人。
to
那
do
为什么
volunteer work.
石金这么说？因为他不多久9
So
月份他会到欧洲去了哈。
that
那
you
屏东
you
的
face
所以我们在这
challenges
边非
and
常的感
continue
恩我
to
们的
to
哎，
help.
南非这边还有回应哦，真的很赞叹罗西的坚
So
领不懈的一个
so
真诚，生命
we
重生的
we
一个力
have
量，真的非常的坚强。
so
提
we
供
have
支
a
持高雄的于如说，南
feedback
非启
from
动爱串
our
联自工
South
处
Africa.
按
Very
家
very
进而
grateful
按
to
家也助按家，
the
登登
power
相续，诚
the
如佛陀
strength that
所
the
说
two
的，
of
世
you
上没
here
有穷到无法布
to do
施的人，只要有
to
心有
volunteer
愿，都
work
能
to
成
do
为自
surgery
己和
work
他
in
人的一
the
个菩萨。
South
我们
Africa.
加拿大的管心灵说，苦济白与父为说
So
法，
as
更能
long
接
as
引病
there
患
is
成为自工，
the
这是
love and
助人
heart
真正的
and
意义和
affinity,
价
then
值哈，
there is
真
no
的非常
stopping
的感恩。
in doing
我们可
surgery
不可
work.
以
So
请我们
grateful to
主
the
场
both
的
of
家
you.
人为他们
So
的
you
手
are
上这个
really
部分举主场的家人乔起你的
acceptable
大拇指好不
to
好？
us.
然后请导播 take 主场的画面。好，我们给他
So
们
can
大
we
安
have
彩
the
摇摇说，谢
everyone
谢你
here at
们
the
从
platform
凌
here to
晨
give them
2
a
点
thumbs
半一
up
直挑战到现在4点半。
to
如果
great
真的很
to
累，
thank
要去
them?
睡一下再
So
起来一
move
下。
the
好，真的非常
thumbs
感
here
恩
like
年轻
that
的
you
一
all have
伟
been here
以及
since
我们秋月
2:30 in
师
the
姐的一
morning
个
to
传承，非常
4
感恩。
4
欢
o'clock
迎回
here
到台
because
湾，也
it's a
来到我们
midnight
高
in
雄
the
线上读书会，但是要
South
注记
Africa.
台湾时
So
间星
very
期
grateful.
三哦
Thank
哈，
you
才
to
会遇到我
to
们读书，欢迎你们莅临
Sister
主场。好，感
Chu
恩，跟他们再
Chu Yue
见，
here
拜拜，谢谢，谢
come all
谢。
the way
好，那我们在这
to
边呢，
share
我
your
们
stories and come to
一起
our
来
reading
往
club
下
here
了哈。悠
to
扬旋律现场演唱哦，这个部分
to
刚
share
才
your
没有 set
stories.
都好哦，现在用最快的速度了哈。我们真的非常的感
So
恩，
we
同
moving
时
forward.
也
We
回顾
in the
一下，就
in
是
the on the stage here. We are
屏东
moving
的李
to
真
the
正说，感恩锦淑
our
师姐分享巴
exercise
林之
part
愿见面的一个历
and
程，很多慈
songs.
济人。